Hello my 3D printer peeps, I'm here with the Bambu Lab P2S. This one's got two auxiliary fans due to installing the left side auxiliary fan accessory. In here on my table are a whole bunch of prints. In my left side aux fan install tutorial, the overwhelming question was why? Why would I want two auxiliary fans? I'm here today to have a quick chat to go over a few reasons you might want one and how it can help you find greater success with your printing projects. Let's have a look inside this printer. Here is our tool head. Here is our original aux fan. Here is our new left side aux fan. As the tool head prints, this fan is cooling your model. Hot molten filament being rapidly cooled, with air flowing in this direction from this side of the build plate. But what if you're printing this guy? As he prints, he's being cooled from this side only. No cooling on this side. Maybe it's okay, but what if you're printing a lot more? What if you've got a bed full? Now you've got massive cooling on the models on this side, less cooling on the models in the middle, and perhaps even obstructed cooling on the model in the middle. But what if you've got a whole bed and you've got ones on this side too? Now you've got lots of cooling, less cooling, virtually no cooling. Totally different cooling parameters across your build plate. Enter the second aux fan. Suddenly, you've got cooling in both directions. Now we have equal consistent cooling on the left side model and the right side model, and two fans working together to get past all of this to be sure the models in the center are still getting the cooling they need. Earlier this week, I printed this puzzle. Imagine the variation in cooling across this build plate with only one fan blowing air from one side in one direction. Two aux fans blowing air across this build plate from both sides give me consistent cooling on all these parts. But it's just not small parts. What if I was printing this giant multicolor penguin? Lots of air on this side of his giant body, tons of cooling on this side, no cooling on this side. What if we go bigger even yet? Imagine a large print like this mask. We rely on even cooling to avoid warping and peeling up off the bed. Consistent heating and cooling is critical because of this large contact with the bed. In order to avoid warping and losing the print due to pulling up off the build plate, consistent cooling and consistent heating is super important. However, this giant mask is being exposed to a wave of cooling from one side. The difference between the airflow cooling from this side to this side is great. So great that this side may cool more than this side, leading this side to retract ever so slightly more than this side, meaning the mask may warp and pull off the bed. In order to correct this, you might adjust the orientation of your print in order to have a more even cooling across the surface of this large model. However, with two auxiliary fans equally cooling the mask from all sides, this concern can be eliminated. More than just equal cooling, it is more cooling. More cooling means potentially better overhangs and the ability to print faster due to your ability to cool faster. You can see there are quite a few variables that can introduce improvements using two auxiliary fans. However, in the confusing world of 3D printing, sometimes more is more, sometimes less is more. You will need to do your homework on specific filaments to determine which ones require more cooling and how much cooling, and which ones require less cooling or even no cooling. Educating on these topics can increase your success and quality greatly. Knowledge is power, and power is success. I'm Mr. Greg, and you're on 3D Rundown.